Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Opening things up, our first reviewer gives us their take.
This reviewer found this large format inkjet printer to be a significant upgrade from previous experiences. Our reviewer particularly appreciated its extensive functionality, deeming it highly suitable for business needs. The ability to scan directly to email, either manually configuring server details or utilizing the convenient cloud scanning feature, was highlighted as a significant advantage. This client noted the ease of use for this function, praising the flexibility of choosing between manual configuration and the simpler cloud option. However, this client did identify some limitations. Borderless printing, for example, is restricted to the front and rear trays, and the rear tray's capacity for large format printing is limited to one 13x19-inch sheet at a time. This is a noteworthy constraint for users requiring high-volume, large-format output. Furthermore, despite using extra-large ink cartridges, this client reported surprisingly low print yields, particularly for color prints on 11x17-inch and 13x19-inch paper. The initial inclusion of standard, rather than XL, ink cartridges also necessitates additional ink purchases for users anticipating higher print volumes. The scanning capabilities were praised, with the flatbed scanner offering high-resolution scans up to 11x17 inches, and the automatic document feeder providing efficient duplex scanning. This client suggested that the flatbed scanner was better suited for photos, while the document feeder proved more practical for documents. The built-in fax functionality was also easily set up and used, further adding to the device's business-oriented appeal. Navigating the extensive settings menu on the touchscreen proved somewhat challenging for this client. Accessing and adjusting settings via a web browser was suggested as a potentially simpler alternative. This client experienced consistently reliable performance with a wired network connection, contrasting this with the potential for instability when utilizing the wireless capabilities. This instability, however, was never experienced when using a wired connection. In summary, this client awarded a 4-star rating, acknowledging the numerous beneficial features and functionality of this multifunction printer. However, the unadvertised limitations regarding print yield, large format printing restrictions, and the slightly cumbersome on-screen settings menu were factored into the final rating. This highlights the importance of thorough research prior to purchasing to fully understand all aspects of this particular product's capabilities.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer begins by emphasizing the sheer size of this all-in-one device. While the stated dimensions are accurate, our reviewer cautions potential buyers that it is undeniably a large piece of equipment. This substantial size is a direct consequence of its capabilities, namely its ability to handle 13x19-inch prints and 11x17-inch scans. However, once this client got past the initial impression of its imposing footprint, they discovered much to appreciate. The device performs all the expected functions: printing, scanning, copying, and faxing. Importantly, this client highlights that it executes these tasks flawlessly at impressively large formats, while also handling standard letter-sized documents with ease. The inclusion of duplex printing and scanning is a welcome feature, and the generous input trays, a 35-page automatic document feeder, and a 500-sheet paper tray along with a sizable output tray ensure smooth workflow. Our reviewer was especially pleased with its photo printing capabilities. The output quality, even for edge-to-edge prints at poster sizes, is excellent. However, this client accurately places the device's strengths within the context of a small office setting. It's arguably better suited for the production of PowerPoint presentations and similar materials than purely as a large-format photo printer. Within this environment, the device's speed impressed this client. It's remarkably fast, doesn't require a warm-up period, and utilizes pigment-based inks, resulting in less bleed and superior quality compared to dye-based inks. Its network integration is straightforward, and the small but functional control screen facilitates many tasks without needing a connected computer, allowing simple operation from various phones and tablets. Despite its numerous merits, there are certain caveats. This client points out that if large format printing and scanning aren't essential requirements, more compact alternatives exist that still offer large format printing capabilities, or that provide legal-sized handling with an even smaller footprint. While this client considered the cost competitive, they note that the device lacks the robust build quality of some heavy-duty laser printers, particularly those from older generations. Finally, the cost of consumables over time should be factored into the overall expense. In conclusion, this client recommends this device for small offices that require more functionality than a consumer-grade printer, but don't need the complexity of managed printing services or the investment required for a laser printer. The combination of robust features, ease of use, and printing quality makes it a suitable choice for the right user and setting.
Cool. Let's uncover what our next reviewer has to say.
This reviewer upgraded from an older all-in-one device from a different manufacturer and describes this experience as a significant improvement. Our reviewer found the printing process remarkably fast and dependable, a welcome change from previous experiences. The accompanying software was deemed user-friendly, with the exception of some minor frustrations related to fax functionality. Even after installing an optional third-party ink module, an installation which presented its own challenges, the device continued to perform flawlessly. This client emphasized the overall reliability and ease of use, highlighting its consistent performance despite the complications encountered with the ink module. However, this client's most significant complaint centered on the flatbed scanner's functionality. Setting up the scanning destination proved initially cumbersome, requiring the creation of a contact for each desired save location, an unconventional and, to this reviewer, unnecessary step. While this inconvenience was eventually overcome, a far more persistent issue arose regarding the scanner's orientation. Instead of the intuitive front-facing orientation typical of most scanners, this device's bed scanner is rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise, matching the orientation of the automatic document feeder. This unexpected design choice led to frequent errors in orientation, particularly when utilizing the automatic sizing feature. The automatic sizing function automatically determines the document orientation, leaving no user control and making bulk scanning a game of guesswork. This reviewer found this aspect exceedingly frustrating. Adding to the scanning frustrations, this client noted another significant drawback. Saving a custom scan preset for the flatbed scanner proved incompatible with the automatic document feeder. Creating a preset for one scanning method required the user to start from scratch for the other, an unnecessary duplication of effort. This reviewer expressed disappointment that the software lacked a more adaptable algorithm to apply settings across different scanning methods. Despite these shortcomings, this client emphasized that these problems only impacted a small fraction, perhaps only 5%, of their overall usage. For the vast majority of the time, this device has proven itself a reliable and efficient workhorse, far exceeding the client's expectations in terms of printing speed, reliability, and overall ease of use, making the occasional frustrations with scanning manageable within the context of its positive qualities. Appreciate you watching. If this video helped, like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts below. See you soon.